Right. 20 April 2025. And today I'm going to be giving you the breaking news of what is happening this morning. So normally when you see me in the afternoon, something big would have happened. And today we've got a big development in Masvingo, where Mnangagwa was supposed to appear at Mbungo in front of 100,000 delegates of the Zion Christian Church. However, Mnangagwa has failed to appear, and currently there is a wedding that is being officiated by the leader of the ZCC, Mdara Mutendi. So what has happened is that due to security concerns, Mnangagwa has failed to appear, and he has sent Daniel Garwe to represent him. Daniel Garwe spoke and gave a short speech, after which Matuke, the Minister of State Security, arrived and also gave a speech. So these are the two people that spoke. Also present was Sako and Sekuru Wangu, Sekuru Masuka. Those are the people who were present during this ceremony. And as you can see, there was really nothing much that happened. There was no important announcement made during this very low-key final day at Mbungo. And to think with Mdara Mutendi angapfeka sutu. So hoping that he was going to meet Mnangagwa, but it didn't happen. And unfortunately, as I said, this is due to security concerns. There is a heightened security status in Zimbabwe right now, with the fears that something can happen any moment, as Mnangagwa is set to announce a new presidium. So you will see Kuti Mnangagwa did not show up. He didn't send Chiwenga, he didn't send Opa, he didn't send Muhadi, and he didn't send the First Lady. He did nothing of that sort. Instead, he sent the national security guys so that they can be over there. This is because something is about to happen. Something terrible is about to happen. Mnangagwa is just about to make one of his biggest mistakes. I believe that, according to my sources, Mnangagwa is about to move on Chiwenga, and he knows that this is a dangerous move. If he makes a move on Chiwenga, that is what we call the red line that has been drawn to say if anything happens to Chiwenga, then Mnangagwa ngadone. So he's going to be dropped. He's going to be taken out like a light. I've already said to you that Mnangagwa will be taken out like a light if he moves on Chiwenga. However, there is no way that he's not going to move, because Mdarageza yesterday has announced a national shutdown. So this is the last days of Mnangagwa. These next few days are going to be eventful. They're going to be critical, and you're going to see strange things that you've never seen before. And everyone has taken their position. So everyone is taking their position as we speak. There is no one who is not in position, and something big is about to happen. You're going to see a new presidium, or you're going to see the dropping of Mnangagwa, totally dropping out of the political space in Zimbabwe. So I know I promised that I will bring you the dossier on Xavier Kasukere. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to now briefly look at it, and then I'll put it for you on Gambakwe, the full document, so that you can read it. So let's start with the actual document. Who is the document addressed to, and what is it about? So there's a document called Tyson. Right, I think my network is giving me issues, so I might have to change networks. So Tyson Evil Agenda Exposed. What is this document about? What is the purpose of the document? What are they talking about? So let me take you through that document so that we'll get a clear understanding. This document, I've briefly discussed it with Kasukere. He didn't want to engage with it. So I'm not going to say what he said about this document, but I did ask him, who does he believe is the source of this document. So the document is addressed to Nelson Chamisa. It's a dossier which seeks to stop Chamisa from working with Tyson. And it goes from 2004 to present, detailing the number of people killed by Tyson, Kasukere, the number of people poisoned, and the political maneuvering by Tyson. Tyson is Xavier Kasukere. So it says Kasukere's road to parliament is paved with blood of sons and daughters of Zimbabwe, who chose to support and stand with the late Morgan Tsvangirai. And then it goes on to explain how Xavier Kasukere has sent people to murder Fisher Chitese, Bright Mafuriro, and Sairiro Kamfoto in 2008, and also how Tyson got into mainstream politics and was involved in the murder of Bodagezi, Minister of Defense Moven Mahachi, Chenjerai Hitler Hundri, and they say that Kasukere is the one who did all this, and he also caused the accident of Zobo in 1996. They say that Kasukere caused the arrest of Chiangwa so that they can eliminate him from the politics of Zimbabwe through lying that Chiangwa was part of spying in Zimbabwe. And then other things that Kasukere is said to have done is that he caused the poisoning of certain people. So, and during the land reform program, he took 5 farms from the white farmers, and he got the name Paraquat. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this properly. Paraquat is a poison that does not have an antidote. That is Paraquat. He also caused the death of Mujuru, Mdara Mjuru, General Mjuru. He is said to have been the last person to see General Mjuru. He also convinced Simbama to form a political party so that he could eliminate him from the political space. He was responsible for Operation Mramba China. And let's see about what they say about General Mjuru. They first met the obstacle was General Mjuru and his untimely death under suspicious circumstances played perfectly into Kasukere's hands. Reports suggest that Kasukere was the last person to see General alive. Given this well-documented thirst for power, it is no surprise that Mjuru's sudden demise paved the way for Kasukere to rise. With Mjuru gone, the only remaining hurdle was Joyce Mjuru. So I'll give this to you. And they say that the final target is Mnangagwa. And say they tried to poison Emerson Mnangagwa using the same poison they poisoned David Karimanzira at Solomon Mjuru, a Solomon Mjuru ally. So now let's go to the White City explosion. And this one is very important. This dossier said in 2017, Kasukere fled Zimbabwe fearing for his life with the reports of gunfire at his front gate. Yet the same man who escaped under the cover of darkness later made a bold and highly publicized return to the very country where he claimed his life was in danger. In May 2018, Kasukere jetted back into Zimbabwe, making a grand spectacle of arrival. Strangely, to no one questioned why he returned, how he had left in the first place, or why he no longer feared those he once claimed wanted to kill him. Why? Kasukere had returned with one mission: to orchestrate the White City explosion. In his mind, if he could eliminate Mnangagwa and Chiwenga, there would be no doubt that he would become the next president of Zimbabwe. In June 2018, just after his return, an explosion rocked White City Stadium during a ZANU-PF rally. Kasukere had the financial resources, intelligence, background, and security expertise to plan and execute such an operation with the help of trusted associates. As a former intelligence officer, he also understood how to bypass security systems and obstruct investigation to cover his tracks. something to think about it. Then Mnangagwa versus Chiwenga. Kasukere failed in his attempt to eliminate the ZANU-PF Presidium at the White City Stadium. Defeated, he retreated to his hideout in South Africa, where he began plotting his next move, a calculated effort to worm his way back into ZANU-PF. His initial approach was through Esma Hashule and other proxies, hoping to negotiate a return. However, the response was clear: follow procedure. So you can read this whole thing here. And here it says, shortly after, rumors surfaced that General Chiwenga was planning a coup against Mnangagwa. Kasukure's close associates, including Gome, publicly claimed they had been approached to support a plan to remove Mnangagwa. The trap was then set for Clavaria Chizema, an easy target. Kasukere orchestrated a failure, downfall, ensuring that incriminating evidence was discovered at a home, framing her as a key player in the supposed coup plot. The seeds of division had been planted. So it goes on to say here that Kasukere is responsible for the current infight in ZANU-PF because he wants to come back. And they then conclude by saying, Chamisa, be vigilant. There is a growing talk of deals being brokered between Chamisa and Kasukere. Whispers suggest that he is the mastermind behind Geza, and coordinated press conferences by a faction of the War Veterans Association. But history has shown that dealing with Kasukere always ends in betrayal. Joyce Mjuri is still nursing her wounds. Grace Mugabe is struggling to recover from the financial wreckage left in Kasukure's wake. Just ask Jonathan Moyo, Super Manduanzira, and Walter Muzembi. Muzembi's troubles in South Africa, orchestrated by Kasukere, yet he still considered him a brother and an ally. How tragic. Xavier Kasukere is like paraquat, a toxic substance that should never be allowed near politics or power. He's a master manipulator, erasing his tracks while shifting blame on others. Say, I urge you to carefully scrutinize the veracity of this dossier and the concerns raised within it. These are not baseless allegations. They are verifiable facts. God trusted you with a vision for a new Zimbabwe. Please do not taint that by associating with and joining yourself to anything that involves Kasukere. It never ends well. I advise you to execute your vision as God commands. Proverbs 4:14 to 15. Do not set foot on the path of the wicked, or walk in the ways of evildoers. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it and go your way. Xavier Kasukere is not someone you want to do political business with. This, I rest my case. So this document is not signed. As you can see, there's no signature on who wrote this document. And you can clearly see that this was written to Nelson Chamisa. Let's look if there's a date. There is no date here. And I suppose Nelson Chamisa has seen this document, which claims to understand or to describe the real Xavier Kasukere. So that is the dossier. And obviously, there's no evidence here. We've not seen any proof. Only what I can call joining of things and description of things. I'm sure that there is evidence somewhere. There are many dossiers that I've seen that have got evidence, that have got pictures. But in this particular case, there are no pictures, there are no links. It's just a description. And therefore, I don't call it a dossier. I call it a set of allegations. So it's not really a dossier. A dossier must have proof. It must have dates. It must have pictures. So I don't know why this was preferred and why Chamisa was given this document and what was the purpose, what were the circumstances. But what is clear is that Kasukere is a key player now. Chamisa is a key player. Chiwenga is a key player. And Mnangagwa are the key players. We've got 4 key players right now in this environment. And today is a very important day because Mnangagwa has called for a big protest to take place in Zimbabwe. And that protest is staying at home, what we call a national shutdown. If this succeeds, Mnangagwa is going to go. After 2 days, Mnangagwa will go. The army will support what these guys are doing and they'll move in. If Mnangagwa moves against General Chiwenga today or tomorrow, there's going to be a massive problem. Mnangagwa is going to be removed immediately. It won't even take a second for Mnangagwa to be removed. He's going to be removed immediately. So Mnangagwa is in a corner. He's tightly put in a corner that he cannot get out of because he has to make a decision. If he doesn't make a decision, he's going to be removed. If he makes a decision, he's going to be removed. That is called a catch-22 situation. Kusungwa mbira za kondo. That is what has happened to Mnangagwa. Akasungwa mbira za kondo. And these guys are not going to be able to do anything. Anamatuke, they don't know state security. Avaizivi, vachabatwa se ishwa. Matuke anobatwa se ishwa. Mnangagwa anobatwa se ishwa. And the whole family anobatwa se ishwa. One thing you must see from this dossier, there is nowhere where it says the death of the generals was caused by Kasukere. Very, very significant. There are also names like Nyokayama Bunu in this document, which means it's very new. Nyokayama Bunu only came up 2 months ago. So this dossier has been prepared less than 2 months ago. And as I said, I'm going to put it for you on Gambakwe. So in fact, let us see if we can put that document right now as I speak, so that decide problem. As you see, the documents that I put on Gambakwe, they come as 1 page. That is on purpose. So Tyson document. Let's see if we can put it here. And then I will tell you guys to please read it here. Guys, live is interesting because now I have to put document while you watch. And if something fails, I'm really document. Let's see if it's here. The document. Tyson Kasukere. Let's see on our desktop if it's over there. Let's see if we've put our document over there. All right, I'm going to save it so that you can get it. So Kasukere documents. Neza ku download that, but it's here download. Let us do it. Okay, it's fine. If you look within the next seconds, you'll find it. It will on Gambakwe. So on gambakwemedia.com. So gambakwe.com. Let me select it immediately and put it. Right. Tyson Evil Agenda Exposed. That document is now published. So you can go to gambakwe.com and you look for Tyson document. It's right at the top. And you'll be able to browse the whole document. As I was reading it, it's 16 pages and it's addressed to Nelson Chamisa. So go to gambakwe.com and you can look at that document where Nelson Chamisa is being warned against working with Tyson. And I do not know who has created that document. So now let's recap so that we get a clear understanding. So Mnangagwa has failed to arrive at Mbungo after a national security assessment said it's too dangerous for him to go to Mbungo. So it is crazy what has happened today. It's unbelievable that Mnangagwa has failed to travel for the first time. Mnangagwa has failed to travel in Zimbabwe due to what is happening. It is expected that Mnangagwa is going to make a move on Chiwenga, and that move is seen as a very dangerous move, which is going to cause trouble for Mnangagwa. So if you go to Gambakwe now on our Facebook page, so let's remove Garwe. You're going to see Tyson document. I'm still working on it. You just click there, and you're going to see the document, Tyson document. I'm still working on it. It will load like this, and then you will see this document. You go to the very bottom. If you hover here, at the bottom, you're going to see, you can scroll down there. There are menus at the bottom, which you can click. So hover on top of the document, and a menu appear at the bottom, and you can read it. It's all there. There's nothing missing, guys. The dossier written to Chamisa by an unnamed person, showing all those things that Kasukere is being accused of. I'm sure Kasukere has seen this. And as I said, I talked to Kasukere and I asked him, who is behind this document? Do you know who is making all these allegations against you? And go and check it. This is very important, guys. It's amazing. Right, I would like to thank all of you for watching. I'll see you again later on today because I expect something big to happen during the day. As soon as something happens, I'm going to come. If nothing comes, I'll be back here 10 minutes past 9. Every night, we have a live where we give you an understanding of what is important in Zimbabwe. What are the critical things that you should never go to bed without knowing? Now, let's look at the comments. Smith must be turning in his grave and laughing at selfish Zimbabweans, each of which is fighting for his own political survival. Who is to follow in this situation in Zimbabwe? And pane a prophet akataura last week kuti dzicharira, there is going to be a shootout. And don't make a mistake of standing in the middle. We don't care about ED to each other, including their families. We don't give a toss. And we do, because some of us are going to be involved. Mudara uyu ndiye ari kuuraisa nyika kiki, muroi ndiye ari kunamatira Mnangagwa. You mean uyu, guys, can you believe kuti Mudara yapfeka suit? Mutendi ndinokukumbirai Mudara. Please gadzirai matoilet. Mudara Mutendi. Pari kusemesa paMbungo. Pari kusemesa. Vanhu vari kubika apa. Vopedza voenda kutoilet apo. Next. Mudara Mutendi apfeka sutu. Panosemesa paMbungo. Please make an auditorium. Munoenda pane inonzi Cape Town International Conference Center. Endai ipapo. Munotarisa kuti parking yavo yakamira sei. Munotarisa kuti building ravo rakamira sei. Reception yavo yakamira sei. Hotels, reception areas. Building iroro rinoita $1 billion kurivaka. Imimi Mudara mune mari. Mudara Mutendi. Mukati every month munhu wese abvise $10. Panopera 1 year mune magadzira basement yese yakafanana ne Cape Town International Conference Center. Musaite zvinhu zvakapusa. Muri munhu anoziva America. Inosemesa Mbungo, inosemesa zvikuru, inonhuhwa. Kutamba hangu inonhuhwisisa. So please teererai zvandotaura. Handidi kuramba next year ndouya ipapo. Handidi zvakare kuona zvandakaona paMbungo. Panosemesa. So that is the last thing I have to say. Thank you very much to the war veterans. Thank you very much to Mdara Geza. Today we're just about to see a drama. It's amazing. Mnangagwa is about to be dropped and is about to be taken out like a light. It's going to be so quick and it's going to be dirty because the security assessment was that if Mnangagwa went to Mbungo, something bad was going to happen. So he didn't go there. So let's see what happens next. Let's see his next move. We're now looking forward to the dismissal of Chiwenga. We're now looking forward to the announcements at the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair. It won't necessarily happen in the order that I'm saying, but something is going to happen this week before the national shutdown. Gambapwe, wakutaura, wasina kuswera. Mgoma gumbo. Ngatione by Friday. Where is Nyoka Mabunu? I believe that Nyoka Mabunu has been killed. That's my belief. I don't know where he is. I tried to look for him. I flew here from in Cape Town and I went to Johannesburg. I couldn't find him. No one can tell me where he is. We've been trying to find out who are his lawyers. We can't find them. And I believe that after he was tortured, they probably killed him. And because it's not named, we don't know what is going to happen. There was no name. He had no document on him. So I don't know what is going to happen if he was killed. Right, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. And I'll see you again as soon as something new or tonight at 10 minutes past 9. Thank you very much. And a good day to you all.